Jerusalem, and two-thirds of the population here adheres to Islam. And behind me is the Sultan Omar Saifuddin Mosque, where people from Brunei come to worship and pray. This edifice is dubbed as the Taj Mahal of Southeast Asia. You see that the Omar Saifuddin Mosque is beautifully adorned with Mughal architecture from Italy and of course from other parts of the world. And to tell me about this is Oslina from Brunei. This is a place for people to worship,
Wait, huh?
to pray. And what are the restrictions?
Muslim people can go inside.
Okay.
And non-Muslim is not allowed.
But we can go around.
Around 10, but
Okay.
with proper
Proper attire.
attire.
How many times do Muslim people pray a day?
5 times a day.
And what times?
Early in the morning,
Alright.
5, around 4 to 5. 12,
12 noon.
noon.
And then,
3,
okay.
6,
And the last will be
7.
7. Or
Friday is every male Muslim is going to the mosque.
so the Sultan prays here.
Yes.
So we're gonna get and take a look at the great Sultan Omar Saifuddin Mosque. Every foreigner and non-Muslim should adhere and respect the rules and regulations of this mosque. And on the side here is where every Muslim will have to go before prayer time. They wash their face, hands before worshiping Allah. How do you call this place? Tampat wudu. Where
A place to take wudu.
wudu means
We wash our hands, head, feet, ears before we take prayer.
why exactly?
Because if we want to do prayers, we have to be clean to do all of that.
Behind these great mosques lie this edifice. And this is where you see elementary and high school students in Negara, Brunei, Jerusalem converge in a year to compete in the Quranic reviews and reading of the Quran. Lots of young students, specifically boys, come here and they read the Quran. And no less than the Sultan Haji Hassan Bolkiah award the prize of the person who can read the Quran very well. Each tile of the dome of the Sultan Omar Saifuddin Mosque is made out of gold. Each of these tiles, you can see here into the dome, is made out of 34 karat gold made from Italy. And the top most, you see the arrow going up, is made out of pure gold. Truly amazing. Never seen like this anything in the Philippines. Do you ever remember Aladdin and Princess Jasmine? I heard you heard 100 places, things to see. And this is one of the places I'd like to see in Garden. We are at the Sultan's Mosque. And this is the most beautiful mosque in the nation of Negara, Brunei. Made again out of gold tile coming from Italy. Everything is adorned with finest architecture from Arabia and Asia. This is our first Bruneian culinary adventure. And Selena has ordered kuya. I don't know what is this, but we're gonna try. There's a new food that's being ordered. It's chidong.
This is a drink. At the same time, this one.
This is kuya. It's like glue. And it's made of sago. Glue. it has chili. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay. Ang sauce nila ito na yun. Okay. Okay, sample. It tastes quite different because we have created the sauce. It's just like putting your isopagos and letting them stick together so that it can be pasted on the wall.
Lime.
Now in Brunei River, and behind us is the Kampong Ayer. This is what we call the water village of Brunei, Jerusalem. This is dubbed as the Venice of the East. And here you find many Bruneians living in the water village, complete with all the amenities. And this part of Kampong Ayer used to be on fire, and the Sultan of Brunei, to be very generous, offered assistance and help, and a new human settlement is being developed. Under the scorching heat of the Bruneian sun, we are here at the Kampong Ayer village, visiting one of the families living in these traditional villages. Now, Kampong Ayer boasts itself not only just a ordinary village, but it is also a village where many handicrafts and other community industries are being developed. That's why Kampong Ayer has never been an issue or never been neglected by the Sultan of Brunei. So as we come over here, these are some sorts of shrimps that are being dried as part of the industry of the Kampong Ayer village. These are the dried fish are being catched here in the water village, and I think they are deboned and they're being dried with salt, and they are being sold to the market at probably a very reasonable price. I can't eat all these. I am allergic to crustaceans and other seafoods. Big no-no. Formal custom of any Muslim house that we need to remove our shoes before we enter a house. And just like the Japanese culture, we also have to remove our shoes. Come and let's see how a Bruneian house would look like here in Kampong Ayer. This is the world-renowned museum of Brunei, Jerusalem, and this is where you find the great achievements and the collection of Sultan Haji Hassan of Bolkiah. At my back is actually the chariot that's being used by the Sultan during his inauguration as the new Sultan of Brunei. And all these things, all this building houses the great collection of the great Sultan of Brunei. All gold, ornaments, and gifts coming from different dignitaries and monarchs all over the world to herald and congratulate the Sultan Haji Hassan of Bolkiah, the 29th Sultan of Brunei, Jerusalem. One of the great adventures I had in my life is my short travel to Negara, Brunei, Jerusalem, and particularly the country in itself pride with the beaming, wonderful city of Bandar Seri Begawan. I've learned many good stuff while being here, although this is my third time to visit the country. It's a great time that I have learned and appreciated the Muslim culture. And I'm so thankful to Oslina, who has been a part of the Sasada Youth Lead family, have been to Dumaguete City, Philippines for an 8-day program before in 2005. And now she's a great host. And one of the great, amazing things I've realized about Brunei and the Muslim setup in itself is that about men in Muslim world can actually marry 2, 3, or 4 times. But we in the Christian setup, we've thought that being married to 3, 4 ladies would mean a polygamous setup. But here I've learned that it's only allowed because a man has to help another lady. What a truly remarkable realization. Our surgeon here has captivated my attention. It has also allowed me to meet wonderful people at the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports as we introduce youth programs and initiatives in Brunei. It has also opened our doors to be able to put across wonderful programs for youth as well with the University of Brunei Darussalam. And our Kampong Ayer experience, the water taxis, the great and amazing food, the ambuyat, and the tatirik, and all these things happened, and all the cuisine made our wonderful visit here in Brunei worth truly coming back. And so to end up this evening, we are here at the Istana Nural Iman. At my back is where the Sultan is residing. And this magnificent structure of the Istana has allowed me to rest and closed my adventure in Brunei. And so for all of you watching, thank you, and we hope to see you in our next episode of the prelude of the continent's journey. And so the Sultan has invited me to rest in his beautiful abode, the Istana Sultan Imam.